This is the Warrior Tackle supply for January 2019. New generation of tackle. This is Lunker Hunt custom football jigs. These are pretty cool. Look at them in a minute. Another Lunker Hunt. This is a salamander. It's got a bunch of salt in the core. These are come with 2 little hooks. Another cool new bait. A Warrior Tackle supply jerk bait. A popper by them. That's like a sexy shad color. Mustad hooks. A little micro crank kind of deal with VMC hooks. And some big bite baits. Yo Mama. It's like a little flipping beaver. So this Lunker Hunt custom thing, you get a little football head jig, and I thought it was going to be really finessey, but that's actually a pretty stout hook. And it's got a cool shape. Then it's got this little, I call them paddle tail, almost like a little swim bait. These will be really good in the upcoming, if you sight fish or bed fish. There's something in the bed with that big flapper kicking around. This is probably a 1/4 ounce. I don't know if it says. Yep, it's 1/4 ounce. And this is 3-inch. I would throw this on 12-pound to 15-pound fluoro, depending on what you're fishing around. And you can always use some 30 to 40-pound braid also if the water clarity's bad, or if your fish aren't shy about, or line shy. But this jig head seems to be set up pretty good. It's clean, no paint in the eyes and stuff, so I'm looking forward to giving this a try. I was actually trying to find something very similar to this, almost like a Ned rig, but with a flappy tail. Next up is the salamander by Lunker Hunt. I don't know if you can make it out. Oh yeah, you can. But there's salt infused in the head. That way whenever you put the hook in and stuff, it gives it a natural dive head first instead of, you know, fluttering down like this. It will actually dive head first because of all the salt weight, and the salt makes the bait sink. So this should sink head first, and I mean, this thing should get smashed. There's no other way around it. Weightless is probably how I'm gonna fish it, really slow. Just let it dive down through some grass lines probably, but I'm throwing 12-pound fluoro on this too. This is cool, different little concept. I'm curious to see how that salt in one place does versus salt throughout the whole bait. I didn't touch on it before, but it's cool that Lunker Hunt sends you little instructions for people that get lures and they're like, I don't know how to fish this or set it up, but this shows you. I actually thought it was the other way, the flat part, or that would be the belly and then the hook would come out the flat top. So I'll look into it. Next is this popper by Warrior Tackle Supply. It's got a cool paint job. It says it has mustad hooks. They almost look like saltwater hooks, but they're cool. It's got a cool different little gill system. Maybe water comes through there too. God, those hooks are sticky. Hold on, I'm pinned. Well, now that I'm free, good rattles. Different. This is a different popper than just your standard popper. I'm not sure what it's gonna do different, but it looks like it splash water under and out. Maybe leave a little bubble trail, kind of like the Bubble Walker by River to Sea. Who knows? We'll see how it works. Maybe a little cold for some people, but you never know when you get on a random topwater bite where they're feeding on shad or something, and poppers normally will slay them if you get on that bite right now, this time of year. Always go for the popper. There's something about this time of year and a popper bite that you can't beat. Next is one of my favorite baits, this little micro crankbait. Doesn't really have rattles, but probably dives 2 to 4 foot depending on line size. Throw it on spinning tackle with 8 or 10 pound mono or fluoro, depending on what you like. I love little crankbaits. I don't know why. I'm kind of addicted to them for some reason, but throwing a little medium spinning setup, you should get bit on this. I mean, all year long, anytime, any size of fish, they should smash this. Next is the big bite bait, Yo Mama and Green Pumpkin June Bug. I'm not gonna open it because they got a lot of scent. I got interrupted in my video stop, so now I gotta start back over. I don't know what we were saying about this, but it's Green Pumpkin June Bug, 3-inch Yo Mama by Big Bite Baits. This little thing would be good on a rugby head or a swinging football head. Put on a jig as a trailer, Texas rig it, flip it around, brush piles. It doesn't have flappers on it, so it's not gonna put a lot of action. You'll get some whenever you work it, but I like the two-tone on the bait, the Green Pumpkin. I would open it, but these things have so much oil or scent on them that they get a little messy. But flip this around with I like 1/2-inch Woo Tungsten myself, or a Flirt Skirt Jigs. I throw probably 17-pound fluoro with 1/2 ounce or a 1/2 ounce jig. You can throw 40-50 pound braid if they're not line shy, but flip it around. These little things like little beaver baits are gonna get smashed, so don't be scared to throw them. Last up is a jerk bait by Warrior Tackle Supply. It's probably 1/2 ounce, I would guess. It's got 3 hooks. Throw this on anywhere from 10 to 15 pound fluoro. I got a 610 jerk bait rod that I am in love with, Concept Z. I probably got thousands of dollars in jerk baits, and I never throw them. I don't know why. I live in the South, I guess that's why, but we always throw Texas rig or topwater. I mean, that's pretty much it. Crankbait, square bills, but I want to get better at jerk baits. That's my goal this year, is to learn how to get into a school of fish and actually demolish them with a jerk bait. You see it on the YouTube all the time. You see it on tour where people will get a jerk bait and just go to town, smashing fish. I mean, they'll catch almost the entire school. And I want to know how exactly to do that, so I'm going to check it out. This is a good paint job. It almost looks custom painted by the belly, but I'm not positive, so I can't say. Looks like a little perch pattern, fire tiger, something of that nature. I love it. I'll be throwing it. Again, check out Warrior Tackle Supply. This is the January box. Everything, the total was $46.94. I think the box was $20 or $25. I can't remember, but give them a shot.